Hey guys, so today I have a night shift. I did not vlog my day because it's quite boring. All I did was work on my dissertation really, and then I slept. I was so tired because it was my birthday on Saturday and I slept for like 1 hour on Saturday. No, I'm lying, like 3 hours. And yesterday was a long day, my sister's birthday, and then spent time with my family and then spent time with my friends. So I was knackered and I woke up at 4 something today. So I was doing work up until 10 o'clock. I was just couldn't do anymore. So yeah, I slept from, well, I've been in bed from let's say 11 till 5:15ish. But unfortunately I didn't sleep the whole time. I would have loved to, but my body wouldn't let me. But I'm hoping I've had enough sleep and I can do this night shift because it's been a while. But yeah, I'm just gonna get ready now, have my dinner, and then get going. Yesterday when I came home, I just did the most. I did nothing. So to my shifts, I don't take food. I like to eat before I go because I don't really like eating late. So I just take snacks. I'm gonna take some fruit, some crackers, lots and lots of water. Oh, my skin, I think because this weekend I was wearing a lot of makeup, it's like my skin is reacting. You can't see anything, but it feels like it's burning, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I will take lots and lots of water because in the day I don't drink much water. Because when I drink lots of water, I go toilet a lot and I'm trying to sleep, so I'm not trying to keep waking up to use the toilet. So I'm going to take lots and lots of water, some snacks. My trust is quite nice because they kind of give us, like, sometimes they will provide us with snacks as well. Sometimes, well, one time since I've been there. Hopefully they do today, you know, student life, we don't have money like that. But yeah, I need some sort of sugar because I need something to keep me going when it gets to them peak times in the night. Anyway, get ready, I'll let you guys know when I'm leaving and I'll keep updating you with how the shift is going. Yo, hey everybody. Hey guys, so just got back from shift. Not gonna lie, I wasn't even gonna finish this vlog because I felt like I had such a horrible time. I felt like it was like low-key my worst shift ever. Like I really didn't enjoy it. So I wasn't gonna come and vlog, to be honest, but let me finish the vlog. I'll go through the negatives first. So my midwife again was working in triage, and my midwife's so supportive that when she's working in triage, because she knows I'm quite low in the births and everything, when she's working in triage, she will literally see what's happening on the ward and speak to the midwives and see who I can work with. And she's like, yeah, you go do some labour care, then when you finish, then come and work with me. So basically, I worked with this midwife, and basically our lady was said to be 1.5 centimeters, and she was in induction of labour due to small gestational age, SGA. Wait, what? Due to SGA. So I think I'm saying the wrong thing, but it's SGA, and basically baby is small. According to the scans, baby is weighing quite small, and her previous pregnancies, the baby was also small. So that's why she was induced, and she was induced with Propez and then Prostin, and then she came to labour ward and as she was 1.5 centimeters for artificial rupture of membranes. So that means her waters isn't breaking by itself, it's going to be broken by the midwife. So yeah, I knew that was happening. I had actually never, obviously I know about it, but I had never experienced it before. I never worked with anyone who was doing an artificial rupture of membranes. So I was quite excited and stuff. We went in, I did some observations on her. Obviously we introduced ourselves, made her feel comfortable and everything. And she said she was quite scared about it. And we went through her history. And one important thing as well is that when you get the handover, it's important to go over the history again yourself. Like the midwife and me, we thoroughly went through it. Like we looked at everything. People just go, I guess when you've done it for a couple of years and you're really used to it, you can do that. But this midwife had been a midwife for years as well, like more than my age. but she even went through it thoroughly. And the midwife had told us the woman's blood group, and we couldn't find it. And she was like, yeah, we need to check the blood group. And then we can see that it says that the woman's blood group is A positive, and the midwife who handed over to us told us the woman's blood group was O positive. So that happens, and it's like after 12.5-hour shifts, mistakes can be made and stuff, so it's important to go back over the info. Anyway, let me fast forward. So introduced ourselves and all of that. It was amazing, it was great. Did her observations, and she was tachycardic, so her pulse was quite high. Her pulse was over 100, 116 or something like that. But she had been vomiting in the day. I think the gastroenterologist was also making her vomit, so she was quite dry, not drinking much. So I went to get her some water, and yeah, that pulse indicated dehydration. So got her some water, and she was cool after that. So yeah, the artificial, we did ward round, and so but that's basically where the doctors come around to see what's going on in the ward, because it's the labour ward, it's not midwifery led like the birth centre. So the doctors come around to see what's going on, and they might make a plan or something. So we did a ward round, and then oh yeah, this was a night I told you guys before. Yeah, so I'm about to go to sleep. I've got a hair appointment, so I'm sleeping for a few hours. They're going to do my hair. But yeah, so ward round came, and she was like, yeah, I want you to do the handover. So here I am trying to get all the information together so I can do it smoothly. And I did it, and actually got good feedback from it. They said it was a really good handover, and I was like, well, thank God, I have not done this in so many months, so thank God, honestly. This is not my own doing, you know? Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, so yeah, that happened. And then we did the artificial rupture of the membranes. And the midwife gave her an examination at the same time, and found that she wasn't 1.5 centimeters. She had a multiple os. And the os is basically the part of the so there's internal and external os, but basically, to make it easier, when you give an examination, this is what she told me as well, so I'm saying it in her words. When you give an examination, you're going through the vagina hole, and you go in to find another hole, which is the hole of the cervix, and that's the cervix. So that's the canal that baby comes down through. So when a woman's in labour and they're dilating, it's the cervix thinning. Is that a word? The cervix getting thinner. So yeah. So anyway, she went in, gave her examination, and the cervical os, which is the opening, wasn't open. She said it's a multiple os. So because the woman has had babies before, it doesn't shrink back into how small it was before. It's a bit bigger or a bit looser or whatever. So basically, she said she's not even dilated, it's just a multiple os. But anyway, she ruptured the membranes, and after that we saw how the woman, the way she was talking to us changed. She couldn't talk much, her pain was getting more intense, she was requesting analgesia and stuff, and because she already had babies, we kind of knew that it was gonna go fast. So yeah, anyway, I was gonna tell you the negatives. The negatives was that when you work with different midwives all the time, they all work differently, so things that you might do, they don't do, and it's maybe not up to their standard, or they disagree with that and stuff. So it's kind of hard. Sometimes you have to just like sit back and like, yeah. And I felt like, I don't know, it just felt like, I think I'm coming from somewhere where I was very independent, and here it's less independent. It's more, they just want you to do what they say and stuff, and there's certain things I may not agree with, or I want to learn, I want you to teach me and stuff, but it depends who you're working with, how it goes and stuff. The person I was working with was amazing, by the way, but it's just that her style was very different to what I've previously encountered. So at the end of the day, I took it as a learning opportunity, and I really thanked her as well. But yeah, anyway, you don't want to know about this, you want to know the story. So we went on our break. She progressed rapidly. I was trying to get her to mobilize. She was saying that no, she needs to lie down and all of that stuff. Got her up at one point, even got a commode, because we didn't want her, she was saying she needs a toilet, we didn't want her to push baby out on the bed, if that's what it meant, because she's saying she feels pressure. But anyway, so inserted catheter. She actually ended up getting the epidural, but she was very far along. I did an examination on her, and I do examinations bit by bit, because it's hard to know Like, there's so many things to remember, so many things to be conscious of when you're doing it. So my goal was just to be able to identify the cervix and to just to identify the cervix basically for me today. The other day, as you saw in the other video, my goal was to feel the fontanelles and the suture lines on the baby's head. But yeah, so anyway, I went in straight away and I could feel baby's head, went around baby's head and I could feel the cervix. But it was quite like, it was soft, but it was still like a thick amount. So I knew that she's not fully dilated yet, but I thought she was okay. Like, I was even tempted to say 9, but I didn't say anything. But that when the midwife did it, she said she's 6, but then she said to me, no, she's further along than that, but I want her to have more time. So I was like, okay. So in her mind, the woman was actually 8. So like, okay, which makes sense, because I feel like on the labour ward they come and rush you, and then you end up having the birth you didn't want to have because they're rushing you. But anyway, long story short, fast forward, we are looking after her, we're doing her observations. She's got the epidural, so there's so much more observations to do and to just check that her blood pressures are good and that sort of thing. Talking to dad and everything, getting ready. And then we went for our break. Just before we went for our break, she was just complaining about pressure. And she even had the epidural, she's complaining about pressure. So what we did was we examined her. And I didn't examine her, the midwife actually examined her and found that she was fully dilated. And she started saying that she's scared of forceps and those sorts of things. And the midwife was like, you know what, we're gonna go on our break, and in an hour we'll come back and we'll deliver your baby. So we went on our break around 4 o'clock, came back around 5 o'clock, and I even went to, because we both slept, I woke both of us up, and I said, I'm just going to the toilet. I came to the room and she was like, grab your gloves, can you get this out, can you do this? That's one thing that not annoys me, but it's just a bit like, when like people ask you to do, not her in particular, but I mean generally, because I'm in a new place, asking me to get stuff and I don't know where to get everything. Like when it's an emergency, obviously I'm doing my best learning where things are, but in an emergency, like it's so much pressure, and like I can't memorize every single drawer. Like, I guess I'm just gonna have to do it. Let me stop complaining. But anyway, so then put on our gloves and everything. But yeah, just because we haven't worked together before, I feel like she does stuff a certain way and all of that, so we kind of did it together, which was fine. But I felt like there was so much that I could have done that I wasn't able to do and didn't get the opportunity to do. So that's why I probably didn't enjoy it, because I feel so much further along now. I feel like I literally do this, so like I should be doing it, do you know what I mean? And it was a bit like, oh, either I have to stand back or we have to do it together and stuff. And yeah, I guess it's good for me and I'm seeing it in a different light, and I got very good feedback from her to my other mentor. She told me an amazing story about her time as a student and how certain stuff affected her, and how she had to really work hard and fight for it, and that's what she was encouraging me to do. Because obviously me personally, I haven't had much experience on the labour ward. I was more so in community when I started, and yeah, COVID, yeah, let me not go into all that. But anyway, that was how my shift went. I don't want to make this too long, but what kind of made my day as well is the couple. They were so lovely. Oh yeah. Anyway guys, man is gonna sleep. I'm hungry actually, so I'm gonna eat, shower, bed, and yeah, in a bit.